Our final guest is a photographer who lives and breathes the Baltimore scene. Sam Holden's range of work varies from the Baltimore Ravens to rock musicians to fetish photography. But whatever he photographs, Sam Holden finds a certain dramatic element that reaches out to the viewer and pulls he or she in. It's a talent that's undeniable, and now Sam has a new show of his work that we really like to talk about. So Sam, thank you for being here. First of all, how did your passion for photography begin?
Well, thanks for having me, first off. I grew up learning photography with my father. My mother and father worked together doing photography and shooting family portraits, and I spent a lot of time in the darkroom with him as a kid and just kind of stayed with it.
Well, your portraits all have a sense of drama about it. Do you seek that out on purpose, or is that just what happens naturally?
Both. Both, yeah. I get a big thrill out of interacting with subjects. My passion is definitely people, and you know, trying to push and pull a little bit to see who people really are.
Well, how do you do that? I mean, take Ray Lewis, okay, and that incredible portrait you have of him. How'd you get him to look like that?
He's a dream to work with. He's a pro, and he listened to my suggestions. You know, when people follow direction, it makes it very easy for me to put them in a good light, because I understand the techniques that I'm using and the banter, the interaction, the 90 seconds it takes for my Polaroid to develop gives me time to kind of get in my subject's face and talk a little bit and nudge them or make them laugh.
Well, what did you say to him? Do you remember?
Oh my goodness, I said a bunch of things to Ray. I was just in awe the first time I shot him, just to be in the room with him. And I asked him about the Super Bowl, you know, and it opened right up. And you know, once people see the first Polaroid, you know, the first couple steps of the shoot, they start to, you know, give me more, because they realize we're doing something that's going to outlive both of us, hopefully, you know.
You do a lot of musicians, Sam. Is that because you particularly love music as well as photography?
Absolutely.
Is that?
Yeah. I've been playing the drums since I was 10 years old as well, and I can definitely relate and kind of click with musicians. And you know, most of the people that I'm photographing are creative people, or they're doing something. And once you just kind of engage yourself with people, you can light them up and see who they really are.
Sam, you know, photography is a funny kind of thing, because sort of everybody has a camera, and some people, you know, with a point and shoot thing just will have an amazing photograph. What's the difference between somebody who takes a nice picture and somebody who's an artist?
You know, I'm not really sure. That's a very complicated question, and I think the answer is passion. You know, I think with anything, if you're passionate about what you do, whether it's woodworking or painting or photography or hanging drywall, if you're passionate about it and you do it and you put it out there for the world to consume, then, you know, if you're doing it because you love it, eventually people will take notice of that. Or you're wasting your time, you know. But that, you know, I think anyone with a point-and-shoot camera could certainly be an artist if they're inspired and they are looking at the right thing in the right way.
Well, you're very young, Sam, and you've had huge success. I mean, you've really done some big-time stuff. What is there that you still want to do? Where do you want to go with your photography?
Well, I'm pretty locked on to a dream of having a book, at least one, you know, hopefully several, and to continue to show in galleries and kind of push my fine art, as well as the commercial end of what I do. Well,
so you don't differentiate between commercial art and your own art?
Not really, and because of, I'm so lucky to get paid to do what I do on a commercial level, and that affords me the luxury of creating my art simultaneously.
Well, you are clearly an enormously talented person, and young, as I said before, so we are all going to be following your career, because I know you're going to do some real famous stuff. I just have that feeling.
Thank you so much.
And thank you very much for being with us, Sam.
I really appreciate it.
Sam Holden's latest work can be seen at Mission Space, located at 338 North Charles Street in Baltimore, Maryland, through November the 20th. And that's about all the time we have. Next week, we are going to tour the Baltimore Museum of Art's newest exhibition, In Monet's Light, by Theodore Robinson at Giverny. We're also going to meet two filmmakers who chronicle the discovery of a once lost masterpiece in a documentary called Search for Lost Jerusalem. And then we're also going to have, and this was so much fun for me, a look at the Baltimore Opera Company's latest production, I Puritani. And we're going to talk with coloratura soprano Elizabeth Futrall. She's enormously talented and so much fun to talk to, and I think she's going to be a great star. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're also going to look at the sweet tooth fantasies of the gingerbread house designer Maria Springer. It's all next week, and it's all right here on Artworks This Week. Goodbye. If you would like more information on something you've seen on Artworks This Week, go to our website at mpt.org or send us an email at mptartworks@mpt.org.
Artworks This Week is made by MPT to serve all of our diverse communities and is made possible by the generous support of our members. Thank you.